Episode 3. Chiamaka, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
So we were having a conversation before the camera came on about why we do what we do, why small businesses do what they do. And I want to have a conversation about my why. Mm-hmm. I was listening to Samuel and Colin's show. It's on YouTube. If you're a creator, it's one of the best shows to listen to on YouTube. And they were talking about Walt Disney model. And he said something about how Walt Disney used media to create an empire for himself. Mm-hmm. But they made reference to something that, okay, what's your why? So it got me thinking that, what's my why? My why is that I feel like if we build better small businesses, we'll build thriving communities. Mm-hmm. If we have education to build better small businesses, then we build better communities. We'll get quality of education. Now, business education is quite expensive in this part of the world. Lagos Business School, sorry to throw names.
I agree.
You need to have 10 million to go to Lagos Business School.
Much more, actually.
Much more 10 million. Yeah. NetForge, 500K every month. Mm-hmm. And there are some other schools, but it's quite expensive. Yeah. Somebody that is selling somewhere don't have that amount. So let's have this conversation. So that's why I chatted you up and I said, okay, one of the key ways people could also make that money is if the market's better, if the brand better, and if they do their PR and sales better.
Yes.
So that's okay, let me hit you up because I know you're a fantastic marketer.
Thank you.
Filmhouse, Personas, and the rest. Yeah. So my question to you will be, what's marketing?
You know, everybody thinks marketing is sales. Let me just start like that. Yeah. But marketing is not sales. Marketing is basically letting people know that you exist. Letting, your audience, your customers, or the people you want to speak to know that, oh, I'm here, actually. So that's just what marketing is, right? So marketing then leads to them saying, okay, this person is here. Let me even see what this person has. Let me even, experience what this person has. That is then you saying, oh, I've made a sale, right? So marketing is you telling someone, is you convincing them that I'm here, I'm the best thing for you, and I need you to come experience me so that you then know that I'm actually the best thing for you.
Okay, so what's the difference between marketing, sales, PR, and branding?
So marketing embodies everything.
Okay.
Right. And there are different kind of marketing. Right now, the whole world is fixated on just digital marketing, which is just one aspect of it. Okay. Right. But from branding, you get marketing actually. Then from marketing, you get sales. Right. Then under branding and marketing, you get PR. Right? Okay. Because when you're speaking to someone, it's just psychology. When you're speaking to someone, you have to go through different stages to bring them to understanding who you are, what you do, and why they should actually listen to you. So all those things, come to get them to be your target audience or get them to be your converted, customer. So that's basically how the whole ecosystem works.
Yeah, but I think with the high rate of personal brand coming up right now, everybody want to be the personal brand. Everybody want to own a YouTube channel. Everybody want to be on TikTok, Instagram, and the rest. I think the next phase of boom in terms of the marketing ecosystem will be PR. Yes,
it's already here. To be honest, it's already here right now. What what I see even I myself, I'm here because of my personal brand. I want to.
Yeah.
So PR is good. It's actually good. But one thing that I would always say is when you want to PR, make sure that you have substance. Make sure that when you are PRing, people are not seeing your loopholes. People are not seeing that you do not even know anything. Okay. Do you understand? Because PR would basically put you out there, would basically sculpt you into being somebody so wonderful that people would want to experience you. People would want to, relate to you. And when they see that, okay, this person is out there and I'm not getting that value that I think, or or I've seen that this person has portrayed to have, then I'm sorry, PR then becomes your worst enemy.
You're not living up to the billing. But okay, now let's look at it let's come back home. Yeah. Nigerian businesses and how they market. Do they even market?
Everybody's dancing on social media.
They don't market. And I'll give you a classic example. I ran one of the number one cinema in Africa. I ran two in Lagos and in Ogun State, and I ran one on the island too. And when we have to do our budget for the year, it's business management. So you're in charge of making sure that site gets sales and that site is profitable. Nobody asks you, what's your marketing campaign for the year? What's your marketing campaign for the year? They go on to send your budget. We'll allocate marketing to you. And you see, we don't treat marketing as a product in this part of the world. Oh, there's a viral trend. Jump on it, get followers. Then you jump on the viral trend, you end up getting followers, but you end up getting followers that don't pay you.
Exactly.
So you have 1 million, 2 million followers, but these 1 million followers are not paying customers. So my question is, are we marketing? Are we really innovating in terms of marketing?
To be honest, there's a whole lot happening in Nigeria, and which which has basically led me to wanting to learn strategy. Right? When we do marketing, or what I've seen people do as marketing here, is just jumping on trends and getting followers, trying to get followers, and there's just no why to their marketing, right? There's no why am I doing this? So is this trend even fit for my business, right? So to be honest, we need much more strategists than marketers, or much more marketing strategists than ordinary marketers that just say, oh, this trend is great, let's jump on it. For me, what I've learned to do is, the brand that I'm currently working with, what I've learned to do is understand the business first, right? It's a totally different industry. I've not worked there before. And I'm learning every day what the audience would love to see. Because the first thing I did was to do a huge audit on their social media pages. What are you posting? How are you speaking to them? Are they even aligning to what you are saying, right? How are you presenting what you are even selling to them? So I did a total overhaul. And I said, no, our content needs to, answer certain questions. Our content needs to also portray us as the best, to be honest, because our product is the best.
Okay.
Right? So I think that what we need to do is step back, understand the why of every content that we want to push out there, then understand why we actually do even need to market before we start saying, oh, we are marketing. Because what I've been seeing, or what I keep on seeing on social media, businesses shouting all over my ears, right? Dancing. Why are you dancing? How is that telling me that I should come and buy your market, right? So we need to go back to the book, go back to the roots to understand what marketing really is, then start churning out, in line with that.
When you speak strategy in terms of marketing, it brings me to this company called Liquid Death.
Okay, I think I've heard of them.
From Liquid Death, if you hear Liquid Death,
I've heard of them. I know. I saw it recently and I was blown.
you think it's an alcohol company, but
or even an energy drink.
But it's a water company.
Yeah,
I was listening to Raja. Raja is the CMO for MasterCard. Okay, MasterCard Foundation. He's one of the key proponents of quantum marketing, which is, I will talk about quantum marketing later. And he was talking to the CMO of Liquid Death, and they said something that, one, their strategy was to go against all the norms in terms of marketing water. Two, they didn't contract an agency. What they did is that they built a studio in-house. So building a studio in-house make them execute their ideas quickly. So if an idea pop up, okay, go to the studio and go and register. So they have actors.
That makes it very easy. Yeah.
So they have actors, they have their water, and most of their content has given them 10 billion views since they started. And now they are the official water company for Coachella. That's marketing. That's storytelling. And I also listened to another guy called Orion. Orion meets Word. I'm just showing.
I think I've heard of him as well.
Orion, he analyzes brand, especially brands coming up. Then he said the market is saturated. Technology and social media has brought down the barriers to entry to every market very low, except oil and gas though. You have to go.
No, oil and gas has a lot of,
Then he said something. He said, one of the 4 essentials to standing out in a saturated market is number 1, storytelling. Number 2, keep product different. Number 3, viral stunts. And the 4th one, I don't know. I've forgotten the 4th one. I think product differentiation and something like that. So now it brings me to another question, storytelling. In the Nigerian marketing space, is storytelling playing a key role in their marketing? Everybody just vibes.
So maybe for the ones that are already settled, the likes of Piggy Vests, like I mentioned earlier when we're talking, so fresh. But the CEO is the one doing the storytelling now. Nigerians always gravitate towards a big person telling, right? Not most times we do not understand when brands do stuff like that. When people look at Piggyverse, they could just enjoy their content, but they do not understand. It is only maybe say marketers, strategies, brand aligned people that would understand that these people are taking storytelling, top notch. They are doing top notch storytelling, because if you notice, when maybe someone does something like achieves one great thing, Piggyverse has jumped on that person.
Oh,
how I saved this on Piggyverse just to do this, right? That's awesome storytelling. That's you bringing everybody back to base and say, oh, I can actually do this, right? So that's motivation. That's also showing execution. That's showing determination. I'm like, okay, I can use your product to do this. Right. So I think that's one thing that small businesses should learn. So the bigger brands do storytelling. And I think the ones that do it for me is Piggyverse. They do it so well. They package it so well and you won't even know. Right. Even if that person didn't use Piggyverse actually, they just jump on it. Right. Whatever the terms are, I don't care, but they do it so well for me. So I think that small businesses should carve out a part of them, right? Even if you formulate, that's fine. But storytelling is one thing that would attract people, attract your audience, even your prospects as well to your business.
So how do you storytell?
How do you storytell?
As a business?
You paint pictures.
Please walk me through the process.
You paint pictures. So for me, I can tell you now and say, okay, 8 years ago, I was a writer, right? I used to write for blogs, newspapers, and all of a sudden, it struck me that writers rarely become marketers. And I wanted to, be the difference, right? So that's my story, right? And, I ventured into writing the CIM, the Chartered Institute of Marketing UK papers, and I passed. And before you know it, I graduated into becoming the marketing communications officer for, a retail organization. Then from there, I moved into entertainment as the brand manager. And, I began to learn event marketing, learned campaign management, campaign execution. Then I now went into, finance, where I built or restructured their marketing team. From there, I am currently heading a huge franchise here in Nigeria from South Africa. I'm currently heading their brands and communications team. That's storytelling.
Yeah.
So I painted a picture to see, and I've motivated the person that is listening to me, right? To say, okay, this person started somewhere and this is where the person is heading to. And in the next 2-3 years, and if I'm telling you, oh, I'm currently the CMO of a particular company, you go back. You say, oh, this person once said this is where the person started from. So storytelling not only motivates, it also gives you history. It builds history in the mind of anybody listening to you, right? The person then reveres you and say, okay, this person actually has substance. This person has something to give to me. This person, it brings their ears to you. So brands or small businesses should be able to tell stories that will help their audience align to them, relate to them emotionally, because that's the goal for marketing, to emotionally grab the attention of their customers.
I think one campaign I saw, I was doing my research for this episode, and one campaign I saw that did it so well, mad, MTN. Go make a difference. Tunde Onokoya,
yes.
And the storytelling in it keeps you glued on. Okay, what's happening from his early days to how he become a global superstar, projecting him like that, and it's one of the best piece of marketing I've seen. And I don't think that marketing ad was for conversion. I think it was for brand awareness, because you don't see him doing any call to actions and stuff like that. So he's just saying, go make a difference. MTN, everywhere you go. I don't know
what are you doing today?
What are you doing today?
Yes.
I don't know I've forgotten their slogan. I grew up with MTN. Everywhere you go. So it shows how big brand use storytelling. But you say storytelling for a way that small brand can also disrupt. Small brand can also disrupt. I'm working on a project right now. My goal is to build a career in the sports industry. Like, Nigerian sports industry needs
it needs a lot of stories, actually.
It needs a whole lot of stories. Then I got in contact with one of the former Super Eagles coach, and we are building, he's launching the project. Maybe I'm letting the cat out of the bag, but he's launching the project. It should be out this December or October. He's launching the project. Then we're like, okay, what do we do with him? I don't want to come in and he's dancing, do this. No, what stories do we tell with him? Then we remember that, okay, this man coached during the Olympics game. This man took them to the Nations Cup and came out third. This man has so many. So how do we build it like a documentary and an experience that people can enjoy watching, and at the same time infuse our product marketing? So that's a way small brands can disrupt through storytelling, and that's what Nike does a lot. But in the Nigerian eco space, small brands just think of, okay, go and shake body,
and they do throwback Thursday
or Happy New Month. So marketing is so much more. So let's talk about target audience. How do I know who is my target audience?
First off, you have to know your why. You have to always start with your why. So with your why, you then know the people that you talk to. For me, because I noticed that small businesses do not market well, I started my little page called Thoughts of a Nigerian Girl. It's still rebranding, but I started it, and I just started pushing out some marketing tips, right? So far so good. I'm on day 15 of 30 days of value, where I'm just little by little introducing them to, these are your customers, these are how you identify your customers, these are how you speak to them, these are the necessary things you need to do as a small business, just to grow, just to build a little bit of structure. So the first thing is to know your why. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to start this business? What's pain? Right? They will always say, you have to speak to their pain point. What pain are they facing? Piggyverse saw that people always used Kolo. And at the end, sometimes you hear stories of people saying, oh, wow, maybe somebody did juju. Nigerians now, we are so religious. Somebody did juju. All the money that I've saved over the year, over the month, I'm only seeing 20 naira, and they saw it and they ran with it. Currently, they give interests. There's your piggy bank in there, inside that little product that they started with. And the funny thing is, they even did a product development cycle where they got the person that actually made that first tweet to test run the product. So he test ran it, and gave them input before it became Piggyverse. If it was first Piggy Bank or so, yes, then it became Piggyverse, right? So they introduced much more, products, that could serve different benefits or different, needs of the customers. So the first thing, like I've said earlier, is to know your why. Then you then know who you're servicing.
So let's go deeper into target audience. I know there's psychographics, and I know there's this other one called demographics.
That's your audience segmentation
and the rest. So how does these two play a key role in doing marketing for businesses when it comes to demographics? What I don't want to I will let you teach me. What is?
So I always, don't mind me, I always miss them. Demographic is the age, right? Psychographic is behavior, right? So it's simple. If you look at the Gen Zs, which are, the younger gens currently, you already see that there are a lot of things that are changing in the world, and you see that they are aligned or accustomed to social media. You will definitely find them on TikTok, Instagram. They love shiny things, right? So when you're marketing, definitely you want to make your brand shiny. So it's just the A and B thing, right? So I'm marketing to the Gen Zs now. I would be using slangs. Currently they are doing this changing of our street names. You hear Shomolu Shoms. So, and you see
they
brands.
always find a way to have fun.
Exactly. They always find a way to have fun. So if your brand is boring, I'm sorry, you're not going to attract the Gen Zs. It's not possible, right? Even when you interact with the Gen Z influencers, there's a totally different way they communicate your brand to your audience. They always find a way to infuse fun to it. There was an influencer I used, and she said, "Oh, I can't do it without my brother." Not a bad thing, no. I didn't have an issue. Okay, at first I was like, why must you do it without you? Why must you do it with your brother? But when I got to listen to in fact, my boss loved their video most especially because it was fun. And it blew up on TikTok. And I was like, wow. That video didn't last. It didn't stay up to one day. And it was having crazy views because of the way they did it. They were interacting with themselves, speaking to their mom. It was just for Mother's Day. And I was like, okay, maybe we can use them much more often just to attract that, that audience. So that's basically, so what you just really need to do is understand that the age bracket, what they like, their interests, right? Then you understand the kind of, with their interest, you already know their behavior. Because, a Gen Z that you already know loves having fun. You know that this person does not like stress. This person loves to party. This person loves to wear, trendy things. This person uses trendy slangs, right? So in your business, and if you want to promote or market anything, and you're targeting them, you know that you have to use trendy slangs. You have to make it as interesting as possible. So when, people, most times I myself also find myself being confused about the whole segmentation thing. But when you dip it's a very A and B kind of thing. If A has this, that means B has to have a certain thing, right? It is English.
No, but I think demograph and psychograph it's one of the key principles of marketing.
Yes.
Demograph gives you an ideal sense of, I was doing a go-to-market strategy for a product. I lead growth for an Australian firm. So I see. So we are into athletes' mental health, leadership, transitioning from being an athlete to becoming a leader and stuff. So I was doing our go-to-market strategy for a product we're launching. It's a sport product we're launching in Australia, India, South Africa. Where's the last country? I think in the UK, that they are dominated by young athletes. Because at the end of the day, you see almost 100,000 people play sports. Only 100 people are being picked. But they spend most of their lifetime playing that sport. So you see like a whole lot of people that haven't developed skill sets to even go into the job market. And these people are pushed out to go do whatever they want to do and stuff like that. So we are coming in as a gap to saying, okay, you know what? Some of you don't get into sport, but you could pick up leadership skills with us. And we'll bring in a lot of former coaches, entrepreneurs, and leaders to just come and teach them how to do transition there. So I was doing a go-to-market strategy. We just developed this direct-to-consumer product. And the demograph was, okay, age, how much they earn, what's their name, where they stay, and stuff like that. Then the psychograph was what they listen to, who they listen to, how many hours do they spend on social media. And with AI now, it's easier to get all those details.
Yes.
It's easier to get all those details. So now that comes into the influencer you use. You understood that, okay, I'm trying to catch a younger generation. You go and look for your influencers and say, okay, this is my influencer. I'm trying to bring this influencer to come and do marketing for me.
Your strategy also comes into play.
Mm-hmm. Okay. To do marketing for me, for this younger generation.
Not even just strategy, your objective as well
comes into play. So that's how it works. So for a small business owners, this is how, what do they call it? The demograph and the psychograph works in business. But now you spoke about influencer marketing. That's one space I want to have a conversation about. Does it work?
So when I explain the end products for influencer marketing, I strictly keep it to awareness, right? I strictly play around awareness, because one thing that separates our own kind of influencer marketing here in Nigeria and what they do in other countries are the codes, influencer referral codes, discount codes, right? Loyalty codes.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I've noticed is that our small businesses have not necessarily used technology to that extent to generate discount codes, loyalty codes, or even referral codes.
Mm-hmm.
So even medium-sized businesses, I mean, we do influencer marketing, and I know that we are not able to even have those kind of codes. Not that it is not being thought of. It is just that we've not gotten to that space yet,
mm-hmm.
right? But you see the likes of betting companies. I see BET a lot, Bet Nigeria also. They have you always see 1xBet, sorry. 1xBet always has, bet with my code. You see influencers, whenever they say at the end of it, they say it. I think the crypto as well, crypto companies are, coming up with that. So when it comes to influencer marketing, because we've not just gotten to that point, I just keep it at awareness, right? Brand awareness. If you want them to shout about your brand, that's fine. There are some that have influence. There are some celebrities that have that much influence that, people would believe. I mean, if Ebuka comes to advertise something for me, just his brand alone, I would trust that what he's representing is authentic, right? That personal branding comes into play now. So, but for me, influencer marketing is strictly awareness. Strictly awareness. I would not ask an influencer I would not start looking at my ROI if I use influencers.
So how do you not convince your CEO to put money on it?
So
let's say your CEO is an Alaba man.
The truth is, influencer marketing has gone viral. Even the CEOs will be telling you to use influencers. Do you understand? They would even be asking, why are we not using this person? Or why are we using this person? What are the numbers? And again, some people are also fixated on numbers. How many followers does this person have? If we do with this person, how many people would see it? What's the impression like? What's the engagement like? Right? Like I said, we are so heavy on digital marketing right now, social media right now, that we've forgotten that sometimes we just do marketing. Have fun.
So it's out of home marketing still viable?
Don't you say out of home?
Yeah.
I love the likes of Dano, MTN, Piggyverse.
But as an entrepreneur, I don't think I want to hedge my bet on out of home. I can't track it.
Why must you track?
Why should I track? If I'm spending money, I can't track
I understand that. I understand that. But then out of home is also, like, I would also say out of home for me is purely awareness, right? If I'm going to the office and I see Piggyverse saying 1 billion people have used this, 1 billion, we paid out over 1 billion, I'm already interested. Do you understand? And if I see Cowrywise as well telling me save, invest, blah, 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 I'm already interested. I even saw Dano yesterday and I looked at it for the whole stretch of that road. Just, to see what exactly they're doing, right? So most times it is to pique interest, not even to, you might not get your money immediately, but that person has stored it in their memory and says, oh, I'm going to the supermarket today. I need to look for this dynamic that I've seen here, right? Or, oh, I'm looking for an app, and the person goes to the app store and sees Piggyvest. I say, yes, I actually did see Piggyvest, So most times, out of whom your ROI might not come in immediately, but it will definitely come in because it's a funnel.
But it's expensive.
Oh yes, it's actually very pricey.
It's expensive. For me to put a billboard close to the airport, I need to spend 2 million to 3 million.
Much more actually. Much more. It's very expensive.
So if I take that 2 to 3 million now, I pay an influencer 500k. Then around 1 million promotion. 1 million naira promotion on that ad from that influencer, channeling it back to my landing page for me to convert.
That's better. Definitely. In marketing, you actually have to always weigh your options, right? It's not so when you look at marketing strategy, you have to look at what works. Your budget is very important. If a company gives me a budget of 5 million naira, I'm not going to spend on OOH. Definitely not, right? I'm going to look for the heaviest or easiest converting, platform, which is digital ads. Right. So I'm going to definitely have my landing page. I'm definitely going to run my, ads, my PPC, my CPC, stuff like that, just to get my money back. But if I'm giving a huge amount of money and my company says we want to go all out, definitely OOH. Definitely experiential marketing. If you notice, a lot of brands, brands in the FMCG are currently using experiential marketing a whole lot.
What's experiential marketing for people that are not aware?
So experiential marketing is basically experience marketing, whereby you experience the brand real life. So for example, if you follow the AMVCA, Onga had an Onga village where they prepared meals with Onga. So you're tasting their product directly, right? And they had like an Owambe setting. So when you walk into it, you're seeing Onga all over. The food, they made it with Onga. You're having your Owambe vibe. So you're having fun and also learning about the brand, or also gaining awareness about the brand. So that's basically experiential marketing.
So let's look at it. Let's look at it from this way now. I want to do marketing strategy for a company. Budget is 10 million. How do you touch every part of marketing with that 10 million?
So the first thing is your audience. Where are they found?
Okay.
Right. Where are they found? What is, the best place to target them? That's the first thing. In fact, so one thing, when I was working in finance and I needed to, I heard of performance marketing, brand marketing, and I needed to advertise, for investment banking, capital markets and finance markets. And, I had to also, one thing I had to do was, where are they lacking? What do they need to do? What's their goal? What's their objective? Right? And who are their target audience? Right? And where are they found? So I then had to now break my budget accordingly. For investment banking, I think I did a 60-40, so which was 60% brand marketing, 40% performance, because for investment banking, you need to have a good brand to target your HNIs, right? Then 40% performance marketing, which is just showing, okay, we are doing this, or maybe targeting the smaller institutions, right? For capital, we were going towards bringing in the younger audience. So my performance marketing had my 60%. Performance marketing, which is bringing in the numbers, right? 40% brand marketing, right? Then for finance, also 60-40, because we needed money as well to push the other part of the business. So it's the first thing first is your target audience. Where are they found? Then you then break it down. Currently, where does the brand stand? Is the brand known? Is your brand equity, is it high? If it's not high, you can say, okay, maybe you give say 50-50, where you do 50% brand marketing, 50% performance marketing, where you now start pushing it to PR, you start pushing it to influencer marketing, you start pushing it to digital ads, stuff like that. So that's basically how you think about, building or using your budget. So budget is not even necessarily the money. It is how you want to use it and why you are using it. What's your results? What results are you gunning for? For me now, what I'm gunning for is my brand equity, which means I have to be heavy on brand marketing. So that means I'm targeting influencers to come and tell people that, oh, this brand is the best. Do you understand? I'm telling people to come to my, family restaurant or maybe to my restaurant and say, oh, if you come here, you enjoy kiddie stuff, your children. Do you understand? So I'm building that brand awareness. I'm also telling them that, oh, I'm the best. So eventually it all boils down to brand equity, where people start, seeing that value in my brand and saying, oh, I don't want to miss out from this. Or maybe when they think about birthdays, they say, oh, this is the brand that, or this is where, I can go to, for that. So from everything I've just said is you have to say, where am I going to? Who are my target audience? Where are they found? That's how you look at your budget.
When you talk about brand equity, it also begs the question that most CEOs don't know that brand equity influences their company valuation.
I think that brand equity just even started coming into play.
Well, it helps because at the end of the day, it helps you also capture. It means that you have a larger market share.
Yes,
if your brand equity is up,
it
means that, I have a larger market share in this industry.
My customer base will definitely keep on increasing.
Which trickles down to your bottom line because at the end of the day, it brings you more sales, it brings you brand trust,
brand advocates.
Then if you are doing your company valuation, maybe Nigerian, we're not in the culture of building business to sell.
No, we're not actually.
If we're in the culture of building business to sell, people will ask, okay, what's the brand valuation of this business? And it comes from brand equity. Look at liquid debt now. If they are trying to sell their business, they will put it on their deck or pitch deck to say, okay, our content strategy led reach almost 10 billion people.
Yes.
That's one of the highest brand equity you can ever think of.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't. Is it because we have? I don't want to annoy baby boomers. Is there a disconnect?
So it's not even about disconnect. I feel like as the years go by, we become open to a lot of things, right? And we then, how would I put it now? We are becoming audiences that are reading wide. Do you understand? So it's no longer you have to travel. It's no longer you have to travel. It's no longer you have to experience. It is now, I'm seeing things currently, how it's happening. And I'm thinking, how do I relate it back home, right? So I feel like the generation that we are in is a generation where everything is opening up, right? So with time, this conversation will be old news. We will start talking about, okay, we now have brand equity. What next? Do you understand? We now have people that are building. What next? Do you understand? So it will no longer be, because when Piggyverse started, everybody was scared now. We're all worried that 5 years down the line, these people will pack up our money. Do you get
where the office day?
Do you understand? But now we are understanding that, okay, you can actually build long-lasting businesses. Even So Fresh in itself, I'm sorry to mention names, but looking at what the CEO, was saying, and I was like, okay, yes, we're actually building, right? So I just feel like this generation is the generation where our eyes are opening up to new things. We are learning, or we've learned in our little spaces. We've learned, and everybody is coming out to then show what they've learned. So I'm not going to even look down or maybe say, maybe there's a disconnect. No, I'm just going to say that this is the learning generation. I will try getting a body of that from a baby boomer. There's a disconnect. They'll tell you, why you, what is this one? Understandable. I mean that they were all, to be honest, they were limited to newspaper, TV, but now we are open. Right? Before they could see what's happening in China, what's happening in Japan, they have to travel, or they had to travel, right? But currently we can stay, and I'm opening my phone and I'm seeing something happening in China. It's a global village now. It's a global village. So please, we need to help them too. But my own issue is with them. They don't allow you experiment. They want results. They are result driven, They are result driven. Look at how they do their business. I work with a lot of baby boomers. Relationship, results. Give me those two things, then you are my star girl or you're my star boy.
but they don't believe in brand building. Piggyverse is owned by it's not owned by a baby boomer.
There's Gen Zs now.
Gen Zs and millennials.
Gen Zs and millennials, yeah.
If you see a restaurant being run by a younger person, you will see how social savvy they are with the restaurant.
I agree.
The baby boomers are more reserved. They don't understand how to document their lives.
I want to point to let me not say anything, but yes, I agree. But so, I think one thing, about our Nigerian space is that most times we don't know how to innovate. We don't want to change. We just want to keep on doing the same thing over and over again. And it gets tiring, right? Maybe you've seen that, yes, it's working. It's okay. I'm not saying shift from what's working, right? But then, what then is innovation if you're not bringing in new ideas? If you're not bringing in new ways to actually get to your results faster. That's basically what innovation is, bringing in new ways to get to your results faster. So I feel like that's what is creating that disconnect from us and baby boomers. When you look at Gen Zs, they don't stress so. A Gen Z would think about the easiest and fastest way to get results, while a baby boomer will want to follow that long process. Right? And we do not have time. The attention span of a human being reduces almost every day.
With AI coming into it's...
Exactly. It's getting, faster. Right? And there are a lot of information moving around. Nobody is going to have that time to sit down with you and go through papers, No way. If you're not using, now it feels like if you're not even using AI, you're old school.
You're old school.
Right.
But one way I've learned to work with them is to teach them as we grow. Okay, this is it. This is the result. This is what you should do. This is what you should expect. And this is what you should also do. So the ones that are open to learning, they learn. And the ones that are not open to learning, it's not your job to fix it. But one of the good things we have been able to establish in this conversation is marketing is way more than just content creation.
Yes.
There's so many different facets of marketing. So it brings me to my last question, what is the future of marketing? And I will ask that question because I want to put the flashlight on quantum marketing. I've been studying it.
So I've not heard of quantum marketing before, unless maybe I have and I didn't know the name. So I would love for you to elaborate actually.
Okay. So it's been, I think the author of the book is Raja. I don't know his last name, so I don't want to be disrespectful. He's the CMO of MasterCard Fund, and he's also the Vice President of MasterCard Foundation. And quantum marketing, there's an episode on Bloomberg on it, so I'm going to share you the episode. So quantum marketing is bringing a focus group into the room. Creating your adverts. Advert A, advert B. They wear this technology on their head. If not VR, more like they just wear it on their head that picks to their brain, the neurology of their So they play the ad. So they start reading the results of the ad. So before they even push that ad to a large number of groups, they understand how people will feel about the ad. And the success rate is 80 to 85%. So it takes testing away from marketing.
I would see why it is, because, if you're bringing in a focus group, that means you're bringing in your target audience already. So you already know how your target audience think, how your target audience behaves. So imagine them seeing something, to an extent. So definitely you'll be able to then analyze and know what a larger number of your target audience would feel.
So he went to this event. He went to this center that does it in the US, I think in New York. And they were trying to do something for climate change ad. So they brought in some group of people. They played the ad. And somebody reacted in a funny way. They played another ad. Somebody reacted in a different way. And they were able to tell you that, okay, this ad won't work because of how these people react. It's data-driven marketing. Then they told you about this ad, and it's okay, this ad will work because of how people react. As a business, it takes out the guesswork. Right now, what most businesses are doing is A/B testing. Bring this graphics, run ad, and let's see.
Well, that's basically what has been filled, like, pushed into the space, the marketing space, you have to do A/B testing, right? But like you said, you made mention of data-driven marketing. That's where we are headed to, actually, because you have to use data to. I think sometime last month I had a little webinar where I spoke about data-driven decision making in marketing, right? Because without data, you won't make great decisions, right? You won't even move forward. So with data, you're able to know 10 steps ahead, right? You're even able to know the future, what will happen, or what is currently happening, which would then lead to a particular thing, right? So yes, data-driven marketing is the future of marketing. Yes, there's AI. Even AI will give you data, right? So basically, if you're not using data to push out your ads or to push out anything at all, then you're not doing anything. What you're just doing is playing around, right? And it's the same way this lady, Funke Akindele, right? Madam Funke Akindele, I would believe that she used data to look at how her movie performed, how she wanted to market differently last year when, she didn't necessarily get to the 2 billion mark, but she got more than 1 billion, right, in her movie.
And they started the campaign early.
Thank you. She started the campaign. So you already know. So with data, you already know when to start, when to end. Because if you noticed, at the beginning, she started with photo shoots, started, just getting the attraction. Then in the middle, a little bit of dancing. Then towards the end, the hit song.
Well, I think this is how Funke Madam Funke also nails it down. She understands that Nigerians save up for those experiences.
Exactly.
So I want to go to the movies in December.
Not even save up. In December, we are flanging. We flange. So that's the word.
She wants to own a part of your pocket. So she starts sensitizing you early.
Yeah.
So from October, November, you see a lot of her campaigns going.
You're already like, okay, she's the one that I'm targeting. She's the one I'm targeting.
Now she has owned the December market. December, January, February. Okay, thank God you were when I was in cinema. Omogeto made me brag in the cinema sector because we use it to bring the site up and going because we sold our ticket cheaper than what my competitor was selling, and we didn't have to market. We just took the banner from Omogeto, just put it. Anybody that is going to the terminal will see Omogeto, and people came in to watch. Even a woman came in and said, "Oh, Mofeko movie," and she, that's her first cinema experience. So that's what Funke movie does for you. It brings you out of the cinema because she creates the hype across all media platforms. So hats off to her,
both online and offline.
Thank you, Chiamaka, for coming. It's been a great conversation.
You're welcome.
At least with this, we are able to establish marketing, what it does, and how businesses could help market better. So they could contact you. We'll share your details.
Oh, yes, please. Especially small businesses. I'm open to help.
So also the comment section, we'll also share what they are saying about you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me, actually.